Welcome to this time lapse of some wild geraniums, photo reference by Ilona E Stefan. I think this is about the fourth reference I've used of hers. I just love her work. Anyway, so I'm working on Pastelmat paper. The size is the A3, so 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters, and the color here is the light blue color. I'm using primarily Jackson's soft pastels for the background. I got different grays. I've got like a bluey gray, a dark bluey gray. I've got a warm gray, so it's got more yellow in it. And then I've got a light blue gray, which is virtually identical to the color of the actual paper that I'm using. And then I've got a lighter yellow gray too. And then I used some Art Spectrum. It's called raw umber, and it's got quite a lot of yellow in it, and that's the light that you're seeing, the sunlight that's catching. It was really tricky to do this piece, and if there was anything that doing this piece has taught me, it's taught me that sometimes having a plan before you start your work is actually really beneficial. What do I mean by having a plan? What I mean is, I usually just go into, I'm like, oh, I like the look of that. Let me just dive right in. And that's exactly what I do. That's as far as my thinking goes. And then I start to think when I start to actually paint the actual image. But this one was complex because you've got a soft background because it's on a wall. So there's no lumps, there's no texture. You've got that shadow, which I decided I wanted to paint as accurately as possible with the hard edges because I just loved that cast shadow on the wall. So how am I going to do these flowers on top of the soft background without getting any pastel fallout from the flowers? And I actually battled a lot with that during this because I was using Terry Ludwig's from the dark set on the flowers, and if you know those, they're a little bit crumbly, so a little bit of crumble would fall into my background, and then I'd have to go in with other pastels and try and fix that. I was always fixing the background. So I guess if I had more of a strategy of how I was going to do this, it would save me time, so I wouldn't spend as much time correcting mistakes that I'd done on this piece. So it's really teaching me, I'm like, I think I really do want to give my work some more consideration. I want to look at, why am I doing this piece? What do I love about this piece? And ask myself these questions. What are some of the things I don't particularly like and want to change? Like I said, I'm trying to just have more thought process before I start something, especially something like this, because I just thought it would take me, 2 hours max. No, it didn't. More like 6.5 hours. I just didn't really think about it. I thought, oh, let me just slap some pastel on the paper and off we go. But I realized that I wanted the finished piece to look more like the photograph. I wanted it to be more accurate. I wanted there to be hard edges. I wanted it to look more realistic. So therefore I needed to go in with more of a plan. Anyway, so that's a very long story of how I think it is really important to sometimes have a plan to your work. If you've enjoyed watching this come together, please do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. That really helps my work get out into the world of YouTube. And also, if you would like to see this in real time, it will be on my Patreon page, which you can just check out by following the link in the description down below. So till next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.